Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Elaine Bintz, fitness coach and nutritionist. It's September of 2024 and I want to thank everybody for getting through my long-winded video. If you checked out my fitness testing or assessment video from a couple weeks ago on YouTube, thank you so much. That was a much longer video than planned. I will try to keep this video a little more brief. So we are back to all of our nutrition skills and our goals. We're continuing in the year 2024. So the September challenge, this is a continuation of the precision nutrition and coaching skills. So this skill, we are on number 6 of the 9 skills that we've been going through since April of this year, and we'll go through December. So this skill this month, drum roll, is to move often and well. Move well. So actually, as a piggyback on our fitness assessment or fitness testing, if you have had the opportunity to get evaluated, whether that's by a doctor, having an annual physical, going to physical therapy, getting an assessment, going to personal trainer, coach, anywhere you are in the world, a great person to give you feedback, whether it's video, and even in our fitness assessments with me here in Schererville, Indiana, we could do video assessments on your strength movements or different movements to see how your body is moving through space, is making sure you're moving well. So today's video, I'm going to make it brief. I want to keep this a little shorter. I want you to continue working on the other skills that are more nutrition related in nature. This one might seem more physical in nature, and it is, but if you are eating well, it is going to be easier for you to move well. And then I'll put some more of the nutrition stuff as it relates to moving well and to moving more often into today's challenge. So the September challenge might not feel like a nutrition skill, but it really is, because it is really hard to separate diet from exercise, which is why I double degreed actually an undergraduate in college, because it was hard for me to see the exercise science without seeing the dietetics. So it was actually easier to study both contents. So let's get to it. What is moving often? Moving often. So hopefully September, hopefully it's not as humid and hot days. Here in Northwest Indiana, Schererville, you see the sun is going down earlier. It's getting cooler at night. It's getting cooler earlier, football season, kind of like the weather and everything. I feel like I've seen more people outside walking. We had some really hot days, even as early as June. I mean, I remember our son's birthday party. But July and August, we had a lot of 90-degree days here. So it was great to get in the pool, but a lot of my clients have been looking forward to the weather getting cooler. So I feel like September, October, it's a little easier to go outside than it was maybe even July and August, depending on where you live. I know as a former long-distance runner, my favorite months to train were usually September and October. It was great running weather as long as it wasn't raining. You didn't have to worry about the leaves on the ground or slipping. Usually we didn't have to worry about frost or ice until about November in the Midwest. So more often, how can you implement this skill in your life? So this one, and if you want to review some of the former skills, the first 5 skills, I'll have a description in my YouTube video, but you can go back and check April, May, June, July, and August. So focus on your daily living. What are you doing? You know, your typical tips: walking from a further parking spot, picking things up, how you maintain your home, cleaning, things like that. Even carrying your grocery bags, another couple of steps. So everyday living, movement, and trying to move more often is easier if you put it into your everyday life rather than planning a time to go to the gym, because it's people's responsibility, age, time, marriage, kids, you know, working full time, whatever your responsibilities are. And even in the fall, as we're entering September, a lot of my clients are talking about family responsibilities, getting ready for holidays, you know, if they are finishing up home repairs or maintenance. It's not like they've had any more, like, per se free time in their schedule. So adding movement into your daily life usually is a great way to move more often. And you would know in your own life what that means to you. Having fun. So, for example, your weekends, what are you doing? Do you go see a band? Do you go dancing? Are you doing things with your kids? Maybe go roller skating. So, the activity is usually in September. It's warm enough where you can still get outside, maybe have a bonfire, go for a walk in the evening, take your pet if you have a dog, take your dog for a walk. But having fun, you're going to be more likely to actually do the activity. So whatever's fun for you. You know, some people, they would dread going for a walk at night, especially if there's mosquitoes or bugs. But other people find that to be very relaxing and enjoyable. And then well, so this is where the nutrition component comes in a little bit, is when you are eating better, it's easier to move well, usually, if you're not dealing with an injury or some kind of an accident. But as far as moving well, this kind of piggybacks off that fitness assessment. So if you have had some feedback, maybe one of your friends notices your gait, the way you walk, maybe your gait is off a little bit, or you have a hitch. Maybe you have some really tight muscles. Maybe you need to get a massage. Maybe you need to stretch, take a yoga class. So using other people's feedback to see if you are moving well is really, really vital information. So how you recover, especially if you work a physical labor job. I know around here, like the mills, a lot of people are doing physical activity at their job. If they have a labor type job, is their time and their leisure time might be more based on recovery, stretching, taking a yoga class, foam rolling, laying with their feet elevated, taking an Epsom salt bath. These are all wellness related activities that help your body prepare for the next day. And then food, of course, it is undeniable. The healthier the food you put in, fruits, vegetables. If you look back a couple months, we talked about higher quality nutrients. So consuming foods that are higher in nutrition density. Usually if you eat these foods, you'll feel better not only during eating them, but usually after, and then days to follow. Water is really key. So if you, even though it's getting cooler, just because it might not be super hot or humid, you still need to drink water throughout the day. You still get dehydrated. It's still important to moisturize your cells and to make sure that you're getting the water, even if your environment is getting cooler. And one of the other concepts of environment is with moving more often. If you're traveling, camping, things like this, or doing things over the Labor Day weekend, is paying attention to how you're moving in the different environment. I can't tell you how many times I've heard stories over the years where, you know, they're going camping or a new environment or something has changed, and a client like rolls an ankle or falls, or, you know, they're in a different terrain. So just please pay attention to your environment and enjoy it. So going for walks and doing things where, you know, maybe you're running, maybe you're into running, or you're getting ready for one of the fall marathons or half marathons or distance events, is enjoy the environment you're in, staying well hydrated, and then bringing healthy food to refuel. So again, this is Elaine Bintz, fitness coach, nutritionist. Our September challenge is a generally more of a physical challenge, but continue to keep working on your nutrition skills and try to fuel your body well. It's Elaine Bintz. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.